Good morning, friends, and welcome back. I am Mrs. Gordon, and I am so glad you are here with me today to learn new things. We have talked about living and non-living things. We have also defined those words and those characteristics. Remember, living things are things that can breathe, need air, food, or water. They change or grow. Non-living things do not move on their own. They do not need air or food or shelter. So today I would like for you to go on a scavenger hunt with me so we can find those living or non-living things. What is a scavenger hunt? Scavenger hunt is where you go and look for different items that is on a checklist. So, do you have a paper or crayons or markers where you can draw pictures today of things you would like to find? If you do, let's grab all of those materials and let's get started. Today, I have my checklist of different living and non-living things. A checklist is usually something that allows you to guide you into what you are looking for. I have about 12 items I would like to find today, and they're either living or non-living. Can you help me find those things? Let's go. You can do it inside your home or outside. The first thing on my scavenger hunt list is a cardinal. Is a cardinal living or non-living? I would say a cardinal is living. It breathes, it flies, and it needs air and water. Oh, I see my cardinal over here. I found it. I can check this one off. I'm going to find a non-living thing. What did we say a non-living thing is? It does not move on its own. It does not need air or food or water. I have a bike on my list. Let's see if I can find my bike. Oh, there it is. I found my bike. I'm going to check that picture off. I have a butterfly on my list. Butterflies change, they grow, so that would be a living thing. Let's see if I can find my butterfly. There's my butterfly. I checked that one off. How's your list going? Are you finding things that are living or non-living? Let's keep going. Remember, you have to fill your whole entire list of the scavenger hunt. My next thing on my list is a mailbox. Now, mailbox do not move, they do not breathe, and they do not change or grow. Let's see if I can find a mailbox. Do you have a mailbox outside of your home? Oh, there's one. Let me check that off my list. Mailbox is a non-living thing. My next on my list is trees. Trees, that's pretty easy. Trees are everywhere. That is a living thing. There's a tree right in front. I'm going to check that off my list. Trees are living things. The next thing on my list is a water hose. Do you use water hose to water your plants or water the grass? Or do you play with your water hose? Water hose do not move on their own. So this would be a non-living thing. Can you find a water hose? There's a water hose right over there. I'm going to check that off my list. The next thing on my list is a squirrel. Have you seen a squirrel before? What do squirrels usually eat? They usually eat nuts. And they also breathe air, and they also need water. Sometimes they take shelter in trees. Let's see if we can find a squirrel. There's a squirrel right there. I'm going to check that off my list. Squirrel is a living thing. Are you still finding your living and non-living things? Let's keep going. The next thing on my list is a rock. Remember, we said rocks do not move unless someone else is helping them, and they do not grow or change. Where is my rock? Rocks can usually be everywhere too in the ground. There's a rock over there. I'm going to check that off my list. Here is a rock. Next thing on my list is a worm. Ooh. Worms are usually slither across the ground or in the soil. They breathe on their own and they actually do eat. So this is a living thing. Can you find a worm? Sometimes worms do not come out unless it's really soggy and rainy. They come out of the ground. Let's see if I can find one today. I see a worm right there. Wow, he is really moving. This is a living thing. The next thing on my list is a flower pot. The flower pot does not have a plant inside it. So the flower pot does not move, it does not eat, and does not need shelter. So this is a non-living thing. Can you help me find a flower pot? Do you see one outside or inside your house? There's a flower pot over there. I will check that off my list. I have 2 more items on my scavenger hunt. The next one is a dandelion. Dandelions are also known as weeds, but they do grow, they do change, and they do need air and water. Where is the dandelion? There's a dandelion right there. I'm going to check that off my list. I have one more thing, a wagon. Wagons don't move unless someone else moves them. Wagons do not need air or food or water. Wagons are fun to ride in. Let's see if I can find a wagon. Here's a wagon right here. I can check that off my list. Wow, I found everything on my list for living or non-living things. You can create your own list by drawing pictures to see what you would like to find first before going outside or inside. Remember, we said living things need food, water, or shelter, or air. They change and grow. Non-living things do not move on their own. They do not change, they do not grow, and they do not need food or air. Did you find everything on your list today? If not, grab your nearest adult to see if they can help you. Create a list and go on a scavenger hunt. Outside is better. So see if you can find what nature has to offer you, whether living or non-living. And until next time, I wish you well.